everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and for today's video I am going over some more free Instagram patterns that you guys can go ahead and make today if you like the way they turned out. And so I figured I would start from the smallest going up into the largest today, and I actually have 8 for you guys today, so it's not that lucky number 7 that I always end up with. I have a total of 8, and I had a lot of fun making all of these patterns, and so let's just go ahead and get right into it. So as I said before, these are all free Instagram patterns that you can go and make right now if you have an Instagram account. And the first one that I made, you may have seen it in another video of mine. It is the Itty Bitty Turtle by Cozy Friend Creations. And I just love how itty bitty these little turtles turned out. Now, of course, if you use a different size hook and a different yarn, then you would get different results. It could be a larger item, more like a tofu turtle size for me, for you guys, but I did use a 4mm hook and parfait chunky yarn with this, and I just love how little it is. So you do make the head separate from the body, and then you crochet the head into the body, and everything else is crocheted within each other. So it's a no-sew pattern, and it's fairly quick. Stay tuned for next week, and you will see me do a how many can I make of these in a 1-hour video. I do like this pattern, and I would definitely suggest you guys to make it. I didn't find any errors or anything in the pattern. Quick, simple, easy, and very cute. And I like that I can just embroider some little eyes on, and I actually have made some without eyes as well, and I feel like they look just as good. The second thing I made was this mini otter crocheted by Janina, and I just love this. I'm pretty obsessed with this pattern. It is so cute. It's so quick and simple. The color changing is very easy and quick to do. Straightforward pattern. I really loved how it was. I like how little it is. It's just like a teeny tiny little handheld otter. Once again, if you used a different yarn and a different size hook, you could make this bigger if you prefer it to be a little bit bigger. I used a 4mm hook and twist posh yarn for it. So it comes out just itty bitty, perfect for my small rack items for my market, and that's what I was going for when I was making these guys. I wanted something nice and teeny tiny and cute, and I definitely got the results for that. And so I loved this one. So quick and easy to make. The third one up is the Market Opossum by Cluck and Buzz Crochet. If you guys have seen my review videos before, this is the modded pattern of the Her Market mouse, which she has created into an opossum, and I just love it. It's so cute, simple, quick to make. In her pattern, she actually has pink feet, but I chose to go with the black feet because my pink was like super bright and coral, and I felt like it was a little too bright for the opossum, but that is all I had, so that's what I went with, and I think it turned out super cute. I embroidered the eyes on this one so that it's baby safe, and I just love how chunky and squeezable and lovable this little guy is. Very quick, easy make. Once again, color changing, but it's super simple to do the color changes, and it comes out so cute. And she also has that free Market mouse pattern that is along the same lines as this, so go check her out both on YouTube and on Instagram. The next pattern I made was this Falkor. So this is a Falkor, the palm-sized snuggler handmade by Jody, and it is so cool. I gave it these really neat eyes, kind of like snake dragon eyes that I received for Christmas. So it's a nice cute little snuggler. One thing you need to be aware of this pattern is it is written in UK terms. So when you are making it, just remember that as you are crocheting it along, that these are UK terms and not US terminology. So you will definitely want to convert over to US terminology. if you are in the US. And I think on some of it, I accidentally might have done UK terms versus US. I can't remember. I did do this guy a while ago. Downfalls of this guy is it is a lot of sewing. You have to sew all 4 legs and ears onto him. But I mean, come on. It's Falkor. How can you not? If you grew up with Never Ending Story, this is definitely a make to make in life. So yes, lots of sewing, which leads to more time creating, but absolutely love, super cute and sweet, and I think someone's going to love it. Next item up is this Jolly Bee by Scarlet Garden Crochet. And isn't this just so cute? I love the shaping of this bee because I feel like it looks so much more like a bee. The shape of the body is so much more bee-like, like a real, true bee versus some bees that have gone around in the past. I love the little feet. They're not baubles. They're different than a bauble. So it's more like an actual foot. And then those teeny tiny wings that hold up this big fat body, you know, defying gravity as bees do in real life. And then the cute little head, antennas, and color changes all through. Very quick, easy pattern, especially for the size that you get. I did use a 4mm hook and the big twist posh yarn for this guy. So a smaller yarn and a smaller hook equals out to a nice good size pattern. So definitely if you are looking for a bee pattern but you want to change it up from all of the typical bees that you have made in the past, then this one is definitely a go-to pattern. I really like this. And now going into another cute pattern. This one, I was working on trying to find some loaf cats in between this 2 sizes I have made in the past, which is the bigger size and an itty bitty size. And so I found this guy, and this pattern is Loafy Cat by Mag's Masterpiece, and is so cute and chunky, and I just loved it. Now, when I was making this pattern, I was planning on adding safety eyes, but as you can see, I embroidered the eyes, which I am happy that I did end up embroidering the eyes. But as I was making this pattern, the reason I didn't add my safety eyes is because I totally missed the section where it tells you to add the eyes. It's separate from the main format of building the cat, and it's down in like the right hand corner. And if you don't read the whole page first, then you're likely to miss it, which is what I did. Whenever I go into these specific patterns that I test for you guys, I go into them as I would just go into doing any pattern. And I'm sometimes not the best at reading everything first. I just go into it and make it. And so that's just how I naturally crochet anyway. So I want to go into these patterns that way because this is the way I typically crochet. It's not me pattern testing it to correct errors or anything. It's just me pattern testing it to see how it turns out for me. And so I noticed that I totally skipped the eyes, and it was too late by that point. I forgot to do the eyes, so I did have to embroider them. So if you are making this pattern and you do want to do the safety eyes, just make sure to read the fine print on each page to get those safety eyes put in place in time so you don't accidentally close up the whole cat and then realize that you forgot to put safety eyes in. And then the tail is made separate, and you just sew that little tail on, and then you have your chunky little kitty cat. I love this. This was with Big Twist plush yarn, and I think a 5.5mm hook. So you could get him a little bit smaller, I think, if you really wanted to, but I really do like this size. It's a fun in-between size of like a miniature item, like one of these, and the bigger full-size loaf cat option. So I like this size a lot, and I wish I had more of this yarn. I did use up the last of my yarn for this kitty cat. So I wish I had more of this specific colorway yarn because it is so cute. But this was Big Twist Plush, I think in the Varg Neutral. So chances of me getting more of this, not so good, but it is super cute and pretty. Next pattern up is this cute little Daisy Guy is what he's called. He's Daisy Guy. This is also a pattern by Crochet by Janina, which I also featured just a few minutes ago at the beginning of this video. But this is the cute Daisy Guy. I think Crochet by Janina is has lots of fun free patterns that you can make. I have a lot of her Instagram free patterns in my saved list. I think I've actually covered some of hers before. So she's a good one to check out if you are looking for some inspiration. But look how cute this is. I just love it. And I embroidered the eyes onto this, and I actually made this guy during one of my lives that I have. And if you guys have been following along and seen any of my lives, you know I struggle to crochet and talk and read all at the same time. It's like a multitasking to its extreme, and I was able to finish this entire guy except for the embroidering of the eyes on a live, which is quite impressive because I can't usually even finish a loaf cat on a live because I'm too busy talking. And you do individually make each one of these petals, and then you start at the top of the head and you work your way in, crocheting these petals in. And I believe you also crochet the arms into it as well. So quick and easy. I'd like to know how long it takes me to do one of these guys without being on a live where I'm really focused in. I will have to test that out. But I really do love this guy, and I really am happy with my embroidered eyes on him. I think he is one of my favorites, and I'm probably going to make a couple more of these. Maybe I'm going to make another one on a live very soon. So there is 0 sewing on this pattern, which makes it even that much better because low sew or no sew patterns are kind of the way of crochet world right now when it's coming to plushies, and this one is just so cute. So I will definitely be making more of these guys. I really do enjoy this pattern. And last up is this jellyfish, and this jellyfish is by Shirka Toys. I hope I said that properly. But this jellyfish is by Shirka Toys, and it was so easy and fun to make. I did this one on my spin the wheel challenge week with my son, and someone actually told me it looks like the character from McDonald's. What's that guy's name from McDonald's that's purple? Someone told me it looks like that, and I can actually see that now when I'm looking at it in here. But I really do love this guy. I think I will make some more of these also because it was pretty quick. It does use up quite a bit of yarn because of each one of these tentacles. You are going to use up quite a bit of yarn. There are 6 tentacles total, and there's actually supposed to be some more coming down from the center, which I didn't make. I chose not to make those, but this is also a no-sew pattern. You work from the bottom, you do all of this first, and then you build the head and attach it where you see this frill right there, and then you add the frill at the end. You can make this guy with eyes or without. I didn't come into any issues with this pattern. Super quick and easy to make, and I really enjoyed making it, and I think it's so cute. So all of these patterns were a lot of fun to make. Let's put them all in my arms to see all of this cute work at once. I just love all of these guys so much. I would recommend all of them for you guys to make. If you are looking for some fun little market makes, these would definitely be in the arena of market makes. And so with that, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of these fun little creations I made in my Instagram perusing, and you got some inspiration today from some of them. And if you did, awesome. Let me know what you plan to make. And if you have any more patterns you would like me to review for you guys on here, just go ahead and let me know and put them down in the comments below, and I would love to add those to my next Instagram free pattern review video. Or if it's not from Instagram, that's okay. You can still let me know and I can still see if I can review it for you guys. To go ahead and say that is it for today's video. Add a daisy or any other type of flower down below if you got all the way through this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I am getting very close to 3,000 subscribers, and once I hit that number, I'm definitely going to be doing a giveaway. So make sure, if you have been following along and you're not subscribed yet, to go ahead and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys all on the next time. So thanks for joining, and bye.